Welcome back to another video, and man do we have a good one for you. I came across this one the other day as we were scouting for properties. It sits on a corner block, and as you can see, it's just overtaken the whole corner and all the poles and the sidewalk. It's out of control. The resident who lives here explained that she had a recent shoulder injury, and then accompanied with the spring weather, it's just gone crazy. Luckily, me and Caleb are here to sort this mess out for free, and we're bringing you along with us. This was a wild one. We had more than a few equipment issues, from broken shovels to whippersnippers not working. We initially thought we could get it done in one day, but as the time went on, we realised we needed a second. The nature strips were so thick with grass that we were wishing for a flail mower, and our little edger wasn't even close to powerful enough. We were fairly defeated after the first day, so it was refreshing coming back a few days later once the lawn had dried out a bit to finish the job. Watch the full video to see how we bring this front yard back to life. This is around where we discovered that our edger is nowhere near good enough, and we're going to have to invest some money into a better one if we're going to be doing these massive overgrown properties. Oh, good. So this is where the shovel actually broke. but somehow I didn't even notice it until now. The reason we found it so funny was because our equipment always seems to just play up right when we need it the most. I didn't include the clip, but my mower was struggling to start just 10 minutes prior, and one of Caleb's whippersnippers had already carked it for the day, and it was just lucky that he had a second. And this is where Caleb's second whippersnipper decides to play up. Luckily, we got it going again. I do apologise for the big banner in the top left, but we were actually working across from a primary school, and I'd rather not get kids in the video because they were screaming and yelling at us through the fence for a good 20 minutes. Decided to give Caleb a spray here just because, he deserves it for some reason. I did notice her watching from the other side of the street for a bit, and she definitely looked at the camera. So I know that was an intentional play. Nevertheless, we are blocking the sidewalk with the camera and tripod set up, so there's no hard feelings there. This part of the yard was so much nicer than the nature strips because it was long, but it was like nowhere near as thick as the nature strips were. And it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they hadn't been done in like a year. We're putting on quite a show for everyone here. It was school pickup time right about now, so we had hundreds of people staring at us the entire time. Here's a good example of how oblivious Caleb can be to the camera sometimes, and you'll see me shove him out of the way. We did end up going over this whole section again with the catcher right before we left. We were pretty knackered by this point, and we knew that we were going to have to come back for a second day, so that was quite disappointing. All right, we are on the way back to the property. We went on the Tuesday for a few hours, but we couldn't get it all done, so we're coming back now on the Saturday to finish it off. We're going to have to go back over the nature strips now that it's dried out a little bit. It'll be a bit easier just to clean it up better. And then also we got the garden beds to clean up further. So just to really make the property look nice and pretty again. So that is what we're currently on the way to do. 5 days later, still not looking great, but we're going to mow it straight down because it's still thick, but either the wind's got it or it's dried out a bit, so we should be able to make it look way better. We'll get these bins out of the way, but we're probably going to do some trimming slightly. And then the main issue is this garden bed here, just cleaning up these ones. And that's what we're going to get a hold of today. That is Caleb getting his payback for the lawn clip-ins I sprayed on him earlier in the video.
Stephen's just been pulled over by an old lady, so we're going to go check out her property afterwards.
We didn't have to do too much with the lawns this time. We just went over them again a little lower with the catcher and then just edged them up a lot nicer than what they were before. It's crazy looking at the before and after shots of this job, and honestly just hope that it just continues to get maintained and doesn't get back to that state that it was in.
After 8 hours, spread across 2 days, the garden cleanup's done. We had some equipment issues along the way, had some funny spectators, but the homeowners are really happy. If you want to see more garden cleanup videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn your noties on. Mow hard and mow home.